Right, Caspar here on the 18th of April 2023. Got a dry white wine here, so far so normal, but a bit more unusual in it's a Turkish dry white wine, and more unusual still in that it is from a really unusual grape variety. That grape variety is Sidalan. This is 2019 Sidalan from the firm of Pasaeli. Neither of those words I imagine pronounced particularly in a particularly Turkish manner, but let's have a look at this. This has been on our stock list for a while and we've got a bit left, and I was just thinking have a look at it and just knock it down on price, so get ready for a really nice discount. It's got a pale steely colour to it. It still looks extremely healthy, I have to say. Yeah, there's nothing particularly overtly fruity about the nose. It's got an almost sort of hay-like aroma, very healthy, very clean. And I note this is just made in stainless steel, which allows that varietal character really to come through uninterrupted, uncomplicated by any sort of oak or the oxygenation that oak brings. It's got a sort of crisp orchard fruit character, but it's slightly nutty as well, a little bit of herb and spice in there, but it's not sort of streaming out of the glass. It's all pretty subtle. It's just on the palate where this thing shines. It's got this fabulous density and the structure, which starts with this really nice zippy fresh acidity, turns into this sort of pumice textured mineral structure sort of halfway through and pushes right into the long term. It's a wine of good heft, a dry wine, really nicely defined fruit, chiseled fruit really, and again on the palate it's not overtly fruity. It's really quite a serious thing. I think it needs a bit of food ideally with it, although at 12%, you know, there'd be no harm in sitting around drinking on its own. And that herbal quality really comes through again, and you know, that minerality that I was talking about becomes really quite sort of saline towards the back. As I say, a long thing. It dies in rock and sand and salt. Really, I mean, it's a really unusual, sophisticated thing. If you've got any interest in expanding your experience of wine and grape varieties, here's something that's really rare and unusual. I think is absolutely fascinating. Sort of Chablis meets the beach, really. It's absolutely fascinating, and 12%, as I say. So really quite a low key thing, but also a wine with a lot of character. I think it's fascinating. There we are, 2019 Sidalan from the firm of Pasaeli. If Turkish wines are going in this direction, we've got a lot to look forward to. I must say, it's lovely.